going on, Jerome's? So I know that people have issue with us talking about Kirk Cousins still, but it really does just demonstrate how right Kwesi adofo-mensah was and is and will continue to be. But of course, we had some good times with Kirk Cousins. It was real. It was fun. It wasn't real fun. Hey, come back. Cool. But the Vikings this offseason moved on. They weren't paying full freight. They weren't even going to get into the neighborhood of the 4-year, $180 million with $100 million guarantee type contract the Falcons threw at Kirk Cousins. I like Kwesi's negotiating tactics. This is our offer. If you can get better, respect. Probably going to do that with Sam Darnold this offseason. But bringing in Darnold as a bridge quarterback for $10 million, drafted a 21-year-old blonde to move on. That's right. And also, Kurt going from the Tin Pot Pizza Ranch dictator to the Tin Pot Waffle House dictator, scattered, covered, you know what it is, right? Even though, how did the Falcons F this up so bad when they tampered? I mean, Cousins meeting with the training staff, just like, he didn't realize that his Achilles was pulled pork, and he didn't realize that he was 36. Like, that never came up. Yeah. But Kirk Cousins, took the money and ran. And did you know that his wife's from Georgia? Right. So apparently handing out $100 million guaranteed to an old ass quarterback coming off a significant injury, which it definitely affects his mechanics and completely takes away his velocity. And also he can't move, so he can't run play action anymore, which was the best thing that he did. All that because his wife is from the state. Seems stupid. But the Falcons, I mean, respect. They made a good move after shelling out that Cousins. Maybe, even though they tampered, they got Cousins in camp, and they're just like, this ain't going to work. So then they drafted Penix at number 8, and that seems to be a good move. Like, I think Penix is going to be solid for them. Obviously, it's better than Kirk right now because Kurt's been an issue. Hey, despite the 500-yard passing games against the Buccaneers, like it's been completely garbaggio, right? And 14 games, $100 million guaranteed. It's not great. And long story longer, ESPN, Adam Schefter reporting that the Falcons are expected to cut Kirk Cousins before his $10 million rooster bonus is due March 17th, which is just Diamond Dallas Turner ended Kirk Cousins. It was just over. But this isn't even about Kurt. This is more about Kwesi being right, and it's much better to move on a player a year too early versus a year too late. And this Cousins contract, so Kurt has a no-trade clause. Now, the Falcons, if they were able to trade Kurt, they would only have $37.5 million dead on their cap next year versus $65 million dead, except Kurt has no incentive to waive his no-trade clause because it would take away from his new team's cap space as well as cost his new team draft picks. Plus, no one's going to trade for him anyway. All right, so basically the Falcons are going to Russell Wilson Broncos Kirk Cousins, where they're going to eat the dead cap, $65 million dead. He's got $27.5 million fully guaranteed base salary next year. Also, he's got some change guaranteed in 2026, plus his prorated signing bonus $37.5, and it's not going to be great for them. Like, they're definitely going to be up against it. And for Kurt, like now he can sign anywhere for a league minimum deal because everything else will offset against what the Falcons owe him. So there will be some demand, I'm sure. He's probably going to go to Cleveland, which is going to be funny. Oh, by the way, we did a video about this yesterday. No. Like, Sam Darnold's probably going to leave. TBD what happens with Daniel Jones. I do not want Kirk Cousins back, even at the league minimum, to back up J.J. McCarthy. Not going to do it. No. But also, I mean, Kurt's got to be thanking his lucky stars that the Deshaun Watson Browns contract exists. Otherwise, this would legitimately be the worst contract in NFL history. $100 million guaranteed, $65 million dead cap in 2025 for 14 not so good games. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, I mean, like we said this a bunch. Cousins' agent, Mike McCartney, should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or the at least the accounting Hall of Fame, the get the monies, get the bag Hall of Fame. Where, all right, so he played on the franchise tag in Washington twice, and then he had the 3-year, $84 million fully guaranteed deal with the Vikings, and then 2 years, $66 million. Hey, yeah, pretty Ricky Spielman can talk all he wants, but he literally gave Cousins 5 years, $150 million fully guaranteed, essentially. And then Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell, they slapped the 1-year Band-Aid on him, 1 year, $35 million through 2023. They decided to move on. And then Cousins, 4 years, $180 million with $100 million guaranteed. Kwesi, stunt on these hoes. That's right, man. But to a degree, like, do you feel bad for Kurt? I mean, he's a mercenary, and this is what mercenaries do. Like, they get paid, they don't do the job, but they still get paid. It's kind of crazy how that works. So, and also, I mean, Cousins can cry himself to sleep on his bed made of $100 bills. It's probably not good for the lumbar support, but he can afford it. That's it. That's it. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Falcons likely to cut Kirk Cousins this offseason. Let us know. Comment section. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.